Hi, welcome to Rate My Gadget, and I'm going to show you how to fit a dash cam so that there are no trailing cables. This model I'm showing you is for a Tiguan, so 2000, I think it's 17 to current 2023. However, this is applicable for Golfs, Passats, most of the kind of standard 5-door cars out there for the VW range. So let's see how you do it. Okay, so firstly, you're going to be getting the power from here, so the central console. So just in front of the gear stick, here is where you'll be getting the power from. Okay, and then what you'll find is you've got this little rubber mat under here. If you just pull that, it should loosely come up. And what you'll find is here you've got behind the gear stick, let me just put that down there. You'll see you've got this little tray. Now, this one is already fairly loose and open. What you might need to do is just get a flat-headed screwdriver or a knife and just pin that up, and all that acts is just like a plastic cover. Okay, now obviously don't go rooting around there too much, but this hole in here is where what you're going to do is you're going to put the cigarette lighter in there, go through there, and then it will go up and around here, so it will go underneath this plastic bit, but I'll show you what I mean by that. So first things first, you get your what I call the cigarette plug-in adapter, but the 12-volt plug-in. Let me show you. So this is what you'll need, which most dash cams do come with, and with usually quite a nice decent long lead with it. And the reason that you'll want to be using this rather than one of the USB ports is the USB ports usually are powered even when the car is turned off, whereas the 12-volt is usually only powered once the car is turned on. On most of them as well, you do not lose that USB, or they give you the USB connection. So if you wanted, you've now got, in this instance, 3 USB connections. Okay, if you haven't got one of these with your dash cam, I've put a link, see at the top, you can buy this. So what you want to do is put the lead in there, in that hole, and you want to plug this in. Okay, so plug that in, there you go. The lead is in there, and then what you're doing is, if I show you, this is the end of the lead here, okay, and you're putting the end of the lead into that hole, and I'm going to go from this side and you'll see what I mean. When I open this, I'll be able to pull it through. Okay, down to the left in there, you can't really see, but let me show you. Okay, down underneath there, okay, is where you want. So I'll go down underneath there is where you want to get it into. Okay, let me do it and show you. So you're feeling your way in there, and you can feel the plastic that's on the outside. You just want to get the wire underneath that plastic bit under there. You might want to have 2 people for this, so that you can push the wire through and someone else can try and grab it from underneath here, underneath this plastic bit here. Okay, so once you've got it poking out of here, it's easy then. Let me show you. So there you go. So you've got the lead poking out this plastic bit. Don't worry, it's not going to stay like that. Okay, what you want to try and do, leave the majority of the lead if you can in here, and as you pull it, you want to be able to give yourself enough that you're going to be going underneath the glove box and then up along this pillar here. Okay, so first things first, let me show you this lead. So you bring the lead, pull it round, make sure you're not snagging it on anything, and you just keep pulling it to the back, okay, of the footwell here, okay, and you're just pulling that lead ever so slightly through, yeah, so that you're giving yourself enough lead. I'm going to be bringing it around underneath the glove box. Okay, so let me do that and show you. So the other trick you can try if you're not getting the lead being able to pull through is try and unwrap this a little bit. Okay, like I said, you can stuff it back into that hole. So if you unwrap it a bit, it becomes a bit easier for you to then pull through. So here we go. So I think I've pulled out enough lead here that it will go up underneath here, then it'll go round in the door pillar and up there, because I'm going to put the camera here, like you saw. So bring the lead up there, okay, bring it around, and what you're doing is you're tucking it up. There's like a, I'll show you, underneath here, got, in essence, you're tucking the lead underneath there, around here, so that in the end, it comes out there, okay. So you're trying to bring it up so it's not hanging down. So when you're at this bit, you want to then push the lead into that cubby hole there. Okay, so you want this plastic bit here. See how I'm feeding that in? Just to try and hide it out of sight as much as possible. Okay, in there. And if you want, you can bring it up to the top like that and shove that in like that. Okay, that's a, there you go. So feed that down here, down here, down here, down here. So you might see a little bit of lead poking out the bottom there. Unfortunately, that bit there will stick out. Okay, but as you'll see, you really want to make sure this lead here is pushed up into that footwell at the back, under there. See there? Pushed up into that footwell there. So it's hidden underneath in that footwell bit. So the only bit of lead should be able to see is that bit poking out there, which actually is fine. Okay, right, now you got the lead where you want it. So I'm happy with that now. I've pushed that in as much as I can. You can try and get the end of a spoon. In this case, I've got like this little plastic bit. Just try and push that in as much as you can. Okay, there you go. Right. So now all you're doing, once you've got the dash cam, you're putting the dash cam on wherever you're happy with, and you can turn it on, make sure it's got good visibility and it's not going to be in the way. And that's it there. So you're just making sure that the dash cam is in a good place. Find the lead, plug it into the top or wherever it is, and then you're away. Now the thing to do is, once you've done this and plugged it in, is then to go down here, make sure you've got the leads inside, make sure that the cigarette lighter lead as well isn't in the way of the other USB chargers, which it's not, which is nice. And then this lead, you've obviously got to put this back together. Now be careful, because what you don't want to do is pinch it. So put the wires in, right, so there you go. So there, the lead is sticking out. You should see there is a bit of a gap there at that front bit. Okay, and that's it. Leave yourself enough wire here so that when you put this bit back down, okay, when you're putting that bit back down on into that hole there, turn that around like so, you're not pulling on the wire. Okay, so you might need to do just some jiggery pokery to make sure that it's sticking out this bit, but you've left enough wire in which you can go around the back. So if I show you, okay, see how it's popped out there? I'm just going to leave it like that. This tray doesn't need to sit down flush, but what you've got there is I've put the lead to the left hand side now, so it keeps out of the way if you want to put your mobile phone. This won't sit exactly flush down there because the lead is sitting underneath it, but I'm pretty happy. I just push that down. I'm pretty happy with that. You're not really going to notice it too much. If not, I could just jiggle around with this lead here like that. There you go, that might be a bit better like that. Okay, so now I've got the lead in there, lead up there, camera plugged in, all working. Obviously try it, make sure it works, but there you go. So you've put a dash cam in, hidden leads, there's no leads anywhere that you can be seen, into a nice discreet location. Okay, I hope that's helped. Please do like, please subscribe. If there are any questions, please do ask. Okay, and I'll be doing a review of this camera, which is the top selling Amazon dash cam. Okay, bye bye.